What's good? What's good? What's good? Back for another late night session. I know we had a question earlier today, and as promised, I'm coming back to add value and answer that question, right? I hope y'all had an amazing, blessed day. Another late night Amazon session, right? I had a couple things I wanted to get out of the way, but hey, I said, man, I gotta come to the YouTube family and add value. So I had a question asking about the most profitable categories or genres to sell in with books. And I'm going to just go through a few of them, right, in no particular order. More times than not, I'm not saying that, this is always the case, but nonfiction is really going to be where your money can be made, right? Nonfiction, and I'm gonna go into some specific categories on books that I've sold throughout the year or throughout my 13 years on Amazon that has made me a lot of money, right? So, number one, whenever you go into these book sales, I appreciate you, Mr. Smalls. Thanks for tuning in, man. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, or you can just comment down below and I'll make sure to get to them in this video or the next. I appreciate you. All right, so addressing the life as an entrepreneur. The first one I would say is music, right? Some musical books, sometimes it can be like on a specific music group or talking about an instrument or anything like that. I've definitely sold hundreds, not just hundreds, thousands of music books over the years, whether it's a textbook, anything like that. Definitely, if it's something to do with music, hey, do a double take. I'm not guaranteeing it's always going to be something lucrative, but definitely make sure you check it out just to catch your eye. Make sure it catches your eye. Check it out. Look at them numbers, and if it makes sense, let's go ahead and purchase it. The next one will be world history, right? Anything with world history, sometimes those are not always the case that they're super profitable, but more times than not, because it's nonfiction, if it's a textbook, world history, if it's recent, you're probably going to be making some profit. All right. The next one coming in, I like law, right? Law. I got a great story with law books. So shoot, back in the days when I had to go out and I was actually on the grind in the scavenger hunt, I think at a Goodwill, this is probably back in 2012, maybe 2013. Man, they rolled out a whole bin of law books. And man, when I tell you, I thought it was Christmas. I probably got some, I guess some lawyer or somebody donated about 30 to 40 different law books. And I'm telling you, those were the books. I can't remember the title on them, but those books were 1 or 2 years out. They were the big, thick law books. They were, some of them were red, some of them were black. And I'm telling you, that bin, it probably was over $10,000 to $15,000 worth of law books. I mean, I'm looking around, nobody around me. I bought them all, and I'm looking like, man, I hit the jackpot. So each and every one of those books, man. So if it has something to do with law, do not let it pass you by without doing your due diligence on it. The next one is art, right? Fine arts, any of those books, those big coffee table type books. I know you guys probably seen them out and say, well, man, I ain't wasting my time with those big. Definitely check them out. Yeah, they could be worth a lot of money, right? So anything that has to do with art, make sure you give it a scan, or either you may have to type it in. And then this is another tip for the people out there. A lot of these resellers are super lazy. They won't, if it doesn't have a barcode, they're not going to put in their ISBN numbers. I can't tell you how many times over the years, the 50, 60, hundreds of dollar books that I find right there after coming behind somebody, just because they're too lazy to actually type in. If it doesn't have a barcode, they automatically think, boom, it's no good. And also, sometimes the barcode on the back doesn't match the SB number, the ISBN, excuse me, it's getting late. The ISBN number. So when you scan it, it may come up with another book. So if it's not the 10-digit ISBN number or that 978 number, make sure you take a double look at this book to make sure that the title matches what's coming up in your scouting app, right? Because some of the times people scan it, and when you scan it and that barcode doesn't match up, they just say, oh, this is no good. But then when you put in the actual barcode, and I don't want to confuse y'all because sometimes it's all, when you put in the real ISBN number and it matches your title, boom, it can be super, super profitable. All right, let me go to my next one. Language and literature, right? Language and literature. If it's within, shoot, the past, I like to be within the past 3 to 5 years, especially with textbooks. That's gonna give you a good chance of it being super profitable. So hey, make sure to give it a scan, check it out, just to see, if it's some money you leaving on the table. Anything with philosophy, religion, psychology, anything in the textbook range, make sure you give it a scan just to see if it's holding some potential dollars, right? And we want to transfer them bad boys to Side Pocket National Bank. Um, Again, that Greek and Latin too. When you're getting into languages, yeah, Greek and Latin, man, they done very well for me over the years. Let's see what else I got down here. Also technology, right? Any technology books. Of course, the way that technology is moving, it needs to be within the last at least 1 or 2 years, anything recent. So that goes without saying, like textbooks, right? Whether it's math, English, whatever textbook you get, specifically high school, middle school, college textbook, make sure you scan those bad boys and start to look at the publishers too. That's a game changer. Whether it's Pearson, McGraw-Hill, anybody that's doing the textbooks, if you see that publisher, that emblem, make sure to give it a scan. Scan any Ivy League publishers like Princeton or Harvard. 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be nonfiction, and it probably is going to hold some value because of these prestigious colleges, they're publishing these books. So definitely check it out, right? Um, Also, I would say cookbooks. That's a sleeper. A lot of people don't really say, well, cookbooks ain't any good, but man, it's a lot of collectible cookbooks out there. I've sold cookbooks of upward of over $500 in my time on Amazon. So don't sleep on specific cookbooks. I'm trying to think of any other ones that I didn't have done. I'm looking around anything that looks like it may be collectible. Of course, I spoke on religion, the Bible. Is some super expensive Bibles out there. I think the most expensive book I've ever sold on Amazon was a textbook, and it has something to do with language. I think the sales price of that one particular book was like $4,500, and I just happened to be the only seller on the listing. Um, Also, let's think of another expensive one. It was a book on the stock market. I think it was Safe Margin of Safety. That was another expensive one. I think that one may have sold for anywhere from 1,500 to 1,800. I was able to sell that one for. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Hopefully, this gave you value and answer your question. But definitely, when you starting out, I wouldn't put my blinders on and only look at these specific genres. Make sure, especially if you out and you're not doing online arbitrage or you're not using, the automation way, hey, make sure you're scanning everything because you want to build up that database. Because even when I was out in the grind, you never know what you're gonna scan and it's gonna shock you, right? You be like, it's no way that I thought this particular product was gonna be worth something. You scan it, boom. You like, man, I done made a quick $100, $200 off of that. Also, what just came to my mind is any books on acting, anything like that. Yes, yes, anything on acting, and which is unfortunate. Another one came to my mind, but YouTube might not let me say it. But if you DM me on Instagram at Travis_GWV, I'll tell you this other one that I'm thinking about that I did very well on. Again, guys, I wanted to come and give you guys value. Hopefully, you received value from this video. Again, we about to crank up this Amazon boot camp on Saturday. I'm excited. The last one was amazing. Man, your boy coming back to go even harder next time. So if you're interested, slide over to IG. Again, that's Travis_GWV. Click the link in my bio, and it's the first link. All right. If you got any questions, drop them in the video, drop them in the chat. Love. And as promised, y'all, we staying consistent. See y'all tomorrow. Let's go.